Kevin, how is your team different? How has it become different, changed in the 2 months since you last saw Golden State?
It's just more experience. That's always the best teacher. More experience, more guys are playing. You're playing two playoff series. You learn a lot about yourself. So guys are learning more and more, embracing their roles a little bit more, knowing what type of intensity it is at this point in the season, and guys are just relaxed.
Can you talk about how hard it is to win a playoff series in the NBA? You guys won 10 in the last 6 playoff series, and I think only Miami's won more than that.
It's tough. I look at the first series against Dallas. We won 4 games in the regular season, and I was telling the guys, I said, man, it's hard to beat a team 8 times in a row. And, we end up losing game 2, but winning, 8 out of 9 games, that's hard to do in this league. So many great players, and, they pretty much know every play we're running, and they know every tendency of every player. So it comes down to, who wants it more. And, that's what you kind of got to rely on towards, the middle of the series. Beginning of the series, you're still trying to feel things out, but, 3 and 4 and 5, you just kind of, just got to see who wants it more.
Those 10 playoff series victories over 6 years, is that a sign of how good you guys have been for an extended period of time?
That's obviously
new player. You got you got experience and you got all these new young guys.
Yeah, obviously you want the grand prize, and we haven't gotten that yet. But you can't discredit the amount of games we won in the postseason and how hard it is to win in the postseason. Obviously everybody always talks about championships, which is the most important thing. But to set yourself up and be in that position to fight for one every single season, and to go deeper in the playoffs after the first, second round, it's definitely it's something that we should be proud of, but we should also know that we won bigger things.
You're going to have to win on the road at least once to win this series. How helpful is it that you've already won 4 road playoff games already?
That stuff, whatever happened before this series started really doesn't matter. We know how loud that crowd is going to be, one of the best crowds in the in sports, and along with our crowd. So 2 arenas is going to be amazing in this series. It's going to be exciting basketball. But going in there, obviously we won before on the road, but it doesn't really matter. It's a different team, different vibe. So we got to come out there and play our game no matter
Obviously, different personnel, but can your length and tenacity and physicality defensively disrupt them the way it did San Antonio?
That's what we are as a team. No matter who we play, we try to use our length, try to use our athleticism. We got guys that can guard multiple positions, so we got to use that to our advantage no matter who we're playing.
You mentioned that identity. There's like a small ball movement going on. Do you like how you guys kind of zagged away from that and have become this big physical team that play 2 centers? That kind of
Yeah, I think playing the last 2 teams we played against, they play traditional, with bigs, and that's to our advantage, as well. I think second half of Game 6 against the Spurs, they went small, and I think Coach made a great adjustment and just stand big and not panicking and adjusting so quickly, and we did a great job. And but against this team, they kind of that's how they've been playing for the last few years. Is Draymond Green is a small, but he plays big. Long arms. Strong for his size and his position. So, he stretches the floor a little bit. So it's a different dynamic. But we still, got to be prepared to, guard every type of set, every type of player. They can play big and small. So, we got to focus on us, but also know, what they do and try to take it away.
All these offensive rebounds you guys have been getting, how much of a momentum boost is that? How much of it demoralizing is that to the opponent?
It is demoralizing. You play 24 seconds of great defense and then somebody grabs another rebound. It's like I'm going to use my football analogy. When you get a stop on, 3rd and 9, and Tom Brady come out and throw a pick on the first play, and you got to run back out. That's tiring for your defense, and it's tough to go back to back like that. So when you get back to back possessions, sometimes 3 or 4 possessions in a row, that just breaks the back of the defense, and tires them out a little bit going on the other end. So our bigs have done a great job. I don't know if Tom Brady would throw a pick on the first.
I like the quarterback you chose.
First play of the series, but I had to use the best. But it's just knowing that you can grab 2 or 3 in possession. It makes it tough on the defense. It just kind of breaks their back mentally.
Kevin, you played with Serge a long time. He didn't close out 4 and 5, I guess, against the Spurs, but then he's in there, gets that huge block on Duncan at the end. Just his mentality, his versatility. How crucial could all of that be to you guys in this series?
We're gonna need everybody. We're gonna need everybody. And we've been saying that all playoffs. You know, we need everybody to contribute, and Serge was great. He didn't close the games out a few games, but his spirit was always up. He wasn't, you know, pounding on the bench and being, you know, thinking about himself. He was coming in, talking to guys, helping guys out, and that's what we need. We need everybody to just get outside of themselves and worry about the team, and that's what we've all been doing a great job of. You know, no matter who's playing the most minutes, who's, you know, being taken out the lineup, whatever, everybody's been engaged and trying to help, you know, their teammate out. So that's the type of people we need, and Serge he's been great. And when he was able to come in there and play, you know, his spirit and his energy was good, and that's kind of, you know, when you go out there and you got good spirit and energy, you know, good things happen. If you go out there pouting and upset, then usually, you know, things don't go your way. So his spirit was good, and he was able to make a huge play for us and kind of help seal the game.
Regular season game, overtime against Golden State, Steph Curry hits the shot. You're a guy who pays attention to stuff around the league. What impact did you see that game, that particular moment, that shot after for the rest of the season?
No, it was another game winner in the season. No huge impact. You know, pretty much everything they do is broadcasted, and you know, they've won 73 games. So I'm sure that one game, it was a huge shot. I mean, it was a deep shot. It was something I've never seen. But it wasn't like, you know, that was a shot that, you know, rung across the whole world. You know, he made a huge shot. A lot of guys made big shots this season. So, you know, they won 73 games, man, and just about every game they played in was must-see TV. So, you know, unfortunately it was us that was a part of a, you know, game winner. But, you know, it was a fun basketball game, and, you know, we'll see how these next 4 go.
When they're on the break, I imagine the habit when you're defending is to go to the rim, but they're so good stretch out three-point line. How hard is it to kind of break that habit, stay aware of where Clay and Steph and whomever else is on those plays?
First off, we just got to get good offense. You know, that kind of helps us in the transition when we get good offense. And we just got to be aware, guys. I think, you know, when we played against Spurs with Danny Green, you know, he was so good in transition, shooting threes, and we lost him a few times. And, you know, as the series went on, we started to think about, you know, all right, when we get a shot up, we got to, you know, search out Danny Green and see where he is, but we also got to do a good job of containing the ball. So that's, you know, when you get up to this point in the season, it's tough to do both, but you have to if you want to win. And this team, you know, only the good teams kind of, you know, make it this far, and they're able to get to the rim and they're able to shoot threes. So, you know, we got a work cut out for us, but we're excited.
Thank you, Kev.